Have you ever sat right next to someone, close enough to feel the warmth, and realize you've never felt more alone? You're looking at them, they're looking at their phone, and there is a silence between you that feels heavy. Not a bad silence, just a hollow one. You don't have a reason to leave. You haven't fought. You might even still be holding hands. But somewhere deep in your chest, the lights have already gone out. The fire that was once there was swapped for a strange feeling. A feeling that makes you feel uneasy. There's a moment in some relationships that almost nobody talks about. It's not the breakup, it's the moments before it. That strange period where something inside you starts to change, but you don't fully understand what's happening yet. Relationships don't suddenly collapse overnight. Most of the time, they start exactly the same way. There's excitement, everything feels new. You want to talk to that person all the time, every message feels important, every moment together feels meaningful. And for a while, things stay like that. Maybe not perfect, but good enough. It feels comfortable, even familiar. Until one day something shifts. Not in a dramatic way. There's no fight, no big argument, just a feeling. At first, it's very subtle. A strange sensation somewhere in your stomach. Like a small knot that you can't quite explain. You don't even think too much about it. You assume it's just stress or maybe you're just tired. But that knot is your nervous system telling you a truth your mind isn't ready for. Your body has stopped seeing them as a sanctuary and starting seeing them as a burden. And slowly, small things starts to change. You notice it in the way you answer your messages. Before, when they texted you, you replied immediately. Now you see the message and you leave it there. You tell yourself, oh well, answer it in a minute, but that minute turns into hours. And it's not because you're really busy, you just don't feel the same urgency anymore. The notification used to be a spark, now it's a depth. When you finally decide to reply, the messages are shorter. The conversation that used to flow naturally now feels a little forced. And sometimes you even notice something that makes you uncomfortable to admit. You feel slightly annoyed when the phone lights up with your name. Not angry or upset, just bothered. Like replying is suddenly a small obligation instead of something you genuinely want to do. It's not just the phone calls, it's also the physical space between you. You used to lean into them without really thinking about it. Their scent felt like home to you. Their hands on yours gave you comfort, but now, when they brush against you, in the kitchen for example, you find yourself tensing up. You start flinching and you hope they didn't notice it. Your body is drawing a border that your mind hasn't authorized yet. You aren't mad at them, you're just full, like there's no more room inside you for their energy. And when you catch yourself feeling like that, it starts to confuse you because this is someone you care about, someone you've spent a lot of time with. So you stop and think, why did I reply like that? Why did I flinch? I could have been closer, so why wasn't I? The truth is, you don't know, because your brain hasn't caught up with your feelings yet. All you really know is that strange sensation in your stomach keeps coming back, that quiet feeling that something isn't quite right anymore. So, naturally you try to fix it. You start putting in more effort, you try to see them more often, you even try to blend things together or recreate the feeling that used to be there so easily. You even start talking about the next summer or that concert in 3 months, but the words feel like lead in your mouth. You're making plans not because you want to go, but because you're terrified of what the silence would mean if you stopped. You are performing us for an audience of one. And the most exhausting part isn't the effort, it's the acting. It's the realization that you're fighting for a version of a person that you've already started to forget. Maybe if we could out more, or maybe if we spent more time together, or maybe if I just tried harder. But no matter how much effort you put in, that feeling doesn't go away. It stays there, quiet and persistent, like something inside you already knows the truth, but you're not ready to hear it yet. Weeks pass, sometimes months, or even years. And slowly, almost painfully, your brain begins to catch up with what your heart has already started feeling a really long time ago. You begin to notice the distance, the silence between conversations, and the lack of excitement that used to come so naturally. One day, a question appears in your mind that you never expected to ask. A question that feels almost impossible for you to give an answer to. When did I lose the feelings for this person?